Hi, I'm Matt Hebert, and this is Trailer Talk, where each episode will feature a new collection of trailers, teasers, and previews of upcoming movies, TV, and more. So put it in park and take a load off with Trailer Talk.
Is happening? I believe we can make this work.
Greetings, and welcome to another episode of Trailer Talk. I am Matt Hebert, and today is a special episode. I have my friend Michael Hinojosa. Come on into the trailer.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Welcome to the trailer. Let's talk.
Let's talk.
How are you doing? You staying warm out there?
As warm as I can for Omaha.
Yeah. All right. We're going to kick things off right away today with the trailer for Isn't It Romantic? This is a Rebel Wilson film. Let's watch the trailer.
It's just a movie. You see, Natalie, life's not a fairy tale. Girls like us don't get that.
But why?
Well, look in the mirror, doll. We're no Julia Roberts.
Every day is payday. Swipe my card, then
What are we talking about?
Natalie's saying that romantic comedies are bad.
All those movies are lies. They're terrible pop songs.
I think people would have an easier time seeing you if you were a little more open.
Hey, I'm Jack.
Natalie.
Give me the purse!
Why does this shit always happen to me? Where am I?
You're in the emergency room.
This isn't an emergency room. This is a Williams-Sonoma.
Making my way downtown.
It looks like somebody's put a beauty filter across New York City.
911, what's your emergency?
Someone's broken into my apartment and they've taken everything and replaced it all with much nicer stuff.
So your emergency is that your apartment is too big and you have every shoe you could ever want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I think I might be going crazy. I hit my head really hard and I woke up in this alternate universe. And now I have a gay sidekick who's setting gay rights back like 100 years.
I love working the legs.
Jesus! And guys look me in the eyes.
You're quite beguiling, aren't you?
Are you feeling what I'm feeling?
No! Oh my God. I think I'm trapped in a... My life's become a mother... romantic comedy! And it's PG-13!
Okay, Booch, what's the update?
I have to get a man to fall in love with me.
Boom, 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 yes! I'm Josh.
That is such a beautiful name.
Good morning, beautiful. Last night was amazing.
I don't think we actually did anything. It just cut to the next morning.
What?
Just get back here.
Okay. Good morning, beautiful. Last night was amazing. Natalie, I
Okay, so this looks like a lot of fun. This Rebel Wilson's, this seems to be the first lead I've ever seen her in, like actually her own movie.
I could have swore I've seen her in one more other lead outside of her musical comedies that she does.
Yeah.
Definitely Rebel Wilson fans will want to check this out. I think they'll be in for a good treat.
I think it looks like a lot of fun. I'm concerned that she's starting, because she's older. There was this big scandal about how old she is because she was telling people she's younger. She's like 38, which isn't old, but it's older than everybody thought she was in real life. And I feel like her character, that hopefully she's not falling into like this lovable oaf, like rut. Like she keeps being typecast as like this character who, like her, from a body image standpoint, it's like, it's part of her character, or if that's part of her character story, that makes sense, but to almost have it like a gag that she's like not physically capable of jumping too high or things like, I saw a lot of that in this trailer. Maybe I'm overanalyzing it.
Well, no, I don't think you're overanalyzing it. I think what's interesting too, I see a parallel with the Cameron Diaz movie and with the Rock of, what was his name? I'm forgetting his name right now.
Cameron Diaz movie.
Gosh. Shallow Hal.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Oh,
Shallow Hal. I see that not
yeah.
quite exactly like that, but kind of almost
Gwyneth
somewhat.
Paltrow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. I think hopefully this focuses less on that part of her, and maybe that's just a role that she fills, or it's just part of being the physical comedy and her being comedic relief in a lot of the movies she's in, and focuses more on all the corniness of romantic comedies, and that she's kind of stuck in this ridiculous romantic comedy world now in the movie. But I think it looks like a lot of fun. I would go see it. I probably will go see it with Gabby.
Right on.
Are you not?
I'm kind of on the fence.
Okay.
I think there's some others in the lineup that we're going to talk about that are definitely showstoppers in my opinion, but this one I'm on the fence.
Okay. Well, appropriately, this comes out the day before the Valentine's Day, so you can check it out February 13th and see for yourself. All right, next we have a creepy spring flick, kind of a October and April, Halloween in April, kind of thing, Christmas in July, Halloween in April. Anyway, this is the trailer for The Curse of La Llorona.
Can I ask you a question, Father? Do you know anything about La Llorona?
The Weeping Woman.
It's a folktale.
To some.
Stay in the car, okay? And please don't wake up your sister.
It's your fault! I tried to stop her!
Who did you try to stop?
La Llorona.
What's going on?
All right, so creepy indeed. I have built a reputation on this show so far of having zero tolerance for scary things because I'm a complete weenie.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about scary movies, but...
When I was younger, I definitely did not like them. However, as I'm older, I think some of them can be well done. Some of them can be a little corny.
Yeah.
This one, I kind of wish that it was being released kind of after the Dia de los Muertos.
Sure.
I think that would have been a very interesting transition to have the La Llorona to be debuted sometime around close or even slightly after Halloween.
Yeah.
But it looks very interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's funny to see American culture start to take advantage of, or maybe that's not the right term, but commercialize more and more Mexican culture as it becomes more mainstream.
Sure.
In America, the influence of Mexican culture as, say, maybe 100 years ago, or not 100, maybe 60 years ago, Italian-American culture is playing a big role in the way that the pop culture was developing. So it's interesting. I've known about La Llorona for about 10 years now. My mother-in-law is from Mexico, and she told me when I first kind of met him, it somehow came up maybe differences in American and Mexican culture. And so my brother always jokes about it to my wife, and we'll like tease her just about the concept of Ya Llorona. So, or La Llorona, yeah. So I think it's funny to see it used more and more here. Do you notice that? Having lived in California, now living in Nebraska, do you see the less influence from Mexican culture in this area compared to Southern California?
Quite honestly, when I moved here from California, I felt like there was a substantial amount of Hispanic culture in the Omaha area.
Yeah, more than you were expecting.
More than I was expecting.
Okay.
And now, is it as to the same level as it is in California? Probably not, but I do see, especially with Hollywood and different media sources, incorporating more of the Latin American cultures into it. Coco, loved it. And so when I saw this clip, thinking La Llorona, I can't think of that song that was in Coco, which I love Coco. It's a great movie.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't?
No,
You gotta
I'm sorry.
see it.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I keep hearing good things.
Not gonna lie, for Disney films, I'm not too big into the theater singing because I feel like it yells a lot.
Yeah.
This was probably one of my top 3 favorite Disney movies.
Oh, okay.
Really
Cool.
good. Really good.
Very cool. Well, La Llorona, The Curse of La Llorona comes out in April, so watch Coco before that, and then go to theaters and check it out. Next is a lighthearted family comedy drama. This is Bernie the Dolphin.
Hasn't changed since I was a kid.
So we're hanging out. Pretty sweet, huh?
Your granddad used to bring me here.
There they are.
That's amazing. That's your favorite one right there.
Bernie.
Trespassing.
This is the perfect spot.
What do you think they're doing here?
Your kids, I ran into them snooping around the property.
Mr. Mills told me that you overheard him.
It wasn't our fault.
There are consequences of snooping.
The area can be very dangerous.
Take care of it.
Watch where you're going. Hurry. Bernie, save me. Where is he, Kevin? What are we gonna do?
The dolphin we rescued is over here. Oh, see, he's got a bad sunburn. We'll keep him here and evaluate his progress.
I guess they found some dolphin. We could turn it into a moneymaker. We're building an aquatic-themed ocean park. These two are trespassing.
That's my camera. What are you doing?
When they find themselves
I don't even know where to begin with you two.
He's not gonna build an ocean theme park.
Oh, he's lying.
in too deep,
We're telling the truth. I can prove it.
He's not a nice man.
She backs up their story.
it's time
I have a plan. Gotta get my camera.
to make some waves.
I'm coming with you.
Here we go.
Yes.
Lola Sultan, Patrick Muldoon,
I just want what's best for us.
Logan Allen, and Kevin Sorbo.
If I go down, you're going down with me.
Bernie the Dolphin.
Ew, dead fish.
What'd you expect, spaghetti?
All right, so right off the bat, not a fan.
I agree. I feel like this is Free Willy meets Flipper meets
I was gonna
Hallmark
say, yeah.
Channel.
But there's like this element of like step up to the street, like they have to save the dolphin from the evil developer. It wasn't good.
I'm sure it's a great family film for the family. Will not be watching that.
Yeah,
either
no, me
Netflix
either.
Or on video.
But that, I was going to make a point about that. So there's been this in the last 10, 15 years. I don't know what it is, but more kids movies. It's about it being a good movie first, and kids love anything. Kids are easy to please compared to adults. So the Toy Story movies, for the most part, The Incredibles certainly. Coco, you mentioned Coco, super popular with adult fans. So it's like, it doesn't have to be a mindless, just aggravating, overly cheesy kids movie, but that's what this is. There's like very little redeeming quality from I'm gonna sit now.
Absolutely.
Now, I hear stories from all my friends who are parents that even Frozen, the things that they enjoyed the first time can be played until the Blu-ray is, burned to a crisp and can be driven into the ground. But here, I would be able to stay in Bernie the Dolphin like 3/4 of a watch before I threw it out the window.
I think this rates up there with 2 of the worst films I've ever seen.
Oh, well, which are?
Okay, first, Orlando. I don't mind a good foreign film, but that film, Orlando, is just Wow. I think I would actually watch Bernie the Dolphin before I'd watch Orlando again. That's not saying much.
Okay.
And I think the other one, more so for comedic purposes, was with Samuel L. Jackson. He was Mr. Glass.
Really?
Unbreakable.
You didn't like that?
I liked it up until the end. The end killed it. I was
Well, that's
laughing hysterically at the end.
That's most M. Night Shyamalan, but they're coming out with a follow-up to that.
They are,
I'm
yes.
super excited to see it.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of M. Night Shyamalan, but back to Bernie the Dolphin. This comes out in select theaters and on demand, which means it wasn't good enough for a theater to release, and so you can watch it from home and hopefully save a couple tickets and popcorn. Long story short, trailer trash. Okay, so we were really hard on Bernie the Dolphin. Now we are going to be a little nicer. I think this is a documentary. It's going to be on Netflix. It is about immigration in America. It is called Out of Many, One.
I hereby declare on oath, I will support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
但我觉得我就是最大的幸福，我觉得我就是我能来到美国，能够变成一个美国公民，我觉得是最大的幸福。
I came here to United States in 2012. I was suffering persecution from the Venezuelan government.
La ciudadanía es importante por toda la inseguridad que se está viviendo en estos momentos.
Mi jefe me dijo, bueno, hay que ir a la limpieza de los edificios. Cuando llegué allá, wow.
Para ser ciudadano se necesita querer este país y lo queremos.
It's really powerful to see why people are coming to this country and why they want to be a part of this country.
We are a beautiful and substantive and powerful nation because of what you have contributed and because of what you will contribute.
After the words, "We the people of the United States," the Constitution sets out the aspiration to form a more perfect union, making ever more vibrant our national motto, E pluribus unum, out of many, one.
All right, so quick fun fact, out of many, one is the English translation of the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, which is the motto of the United States, out of many, one. And this is like I said before, this is a documentary. It's pretty short, it's like a half-hour long. It's gonna be on Netflix December 12th. And it, I think it looks pretty solid. It focuses, I read up a little bit, and it focuses on taking citizenship to be a United States citizen. I have, in my family, we have like some pretty recent immigrant stories. My mother-in-law came from Mexico when she was a little girl. I have a friend who's been jumping through immigration hoops for years from Thailand. And then a good friend of mine actually works for immigration now here in Nebraska. So all kinds of angles. It's like this very topical thing, of course, with the border wall and everything else. It seems like a very topical movie. And you really liked the trailer.
I almost wish that this movie or documentary was a little bit longer so I could see it in the theater. That's how good I think it looks. I love documentaries. That's my favorite genre of all movies. No, I love all movie types, but specifically documentaries. Absolutely love, absolutely love. With the immigration thing too, I have a really good friend, her husband's from Germany.
Oh, okay.
So a little different take and a different way to his pathway to citizenship, but he is brilliant man, chemist, and just recently got his citizenship.
Oh, neat.
So that's it. I'm looking forward to this. I think something like this in the media is going to help give people a different perspective of what's going on in the world. And I just think that perspective or information can help either solidify some attitudes or beliefs that they have, or maybe even possibly change them.
Very cool. Well, you can check out Out of Many One on Netflix December 12th. All right, this next one looks pretty wild for the content it's about. This is the trailer for Vice.
What do you say?
I want you to be my VP. I want you. You're my vice.
Well, George, I'm the CEO of a large company. And I have been Secretary of Defense. And I have been White House Chief of Staff. The Vice Presidency is a mostly symbolic job. However, if we came to a different understanding, I can handle the more mundane jobs, overseeing bureaucracy, military, energy, and foreign policy.
Yeah, right. I like that.
When you have power, people will always try to take it from you, always.
Nothing can break me down. I'm the man.
Are you even more ruthless than you used to be?
Right hand to God, first in command. My testimony, but I take the stand. Who's the man? 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 I'm the man.
So we gonna do this thing, or what? I mean, is this happening?
I believe we can make this work.
Hot damn.
All right, so first of all, I saw this when I first saw it. I said, oh, Sam Rockwell. He's one of my favorites. And then I realized he's doing this accent, and then I realized he's supposed to be George W. Bush. And I thought, oh, okay, yeah, they kind of, you know. And then, so the movie is about him proposing to Dick Cheney, who had been in politics for the longest time before he went to Halliburton, to be his vice president. And then Dick Cheney, I'm thinking, who is this? That's clearly prosthetics. I recognize the person. I thought it could have been Jeff Daniels, but did you see who that was?
No. Well, see, that was the funny thing with this. Sam Rockwell, I digress for just a moment. Sam Rockwell has that familiar face, and I feel like this movie, too, has other familiar faces that I can't quite pinpoint.
Yeah. Christian Bale.
Oh, that's right, Batman.
Batman he's Dick Cheney, and they have these prosthetics on him, and it's wild. It looks pretty accurate, and then also he's not doing that thing that Christian Bale does when he's trying to cover up his British accent. He does this American thing. He like breathes through his mouth all the time. He didn't do it in American Psycho, and he's not doing it here. So maybe it's a choice, for an artistic choice. But this is a lot of the same guys that did like The Big Short, which I never saw. But Christian Bale was in that. Steve Carell was in that. He plays Donald Rumsfeld here. So there's like all these characters who they just did. I mean, Dick Cheney, there's all kinds of stories, and I'd heard jokes about him being like the mastermind behind a lot of these things in the Bush administration. And so here it is to kind of see it all unfold. And supposedly it's a true story. I have to imagine that the people that are making this movie have certain opinions about him.
I'm sure.
But you know, supposedly this is all true, so it should be relatively objective information. But it looks like a lot of fun. I think it looks
definitely does. I would definitely see this one, hands down.
Very cool. So you can too. It actually comes out in theaters on Christmas Day. What a way to celebrate.
There you go.
Very cool. All right, hey, this was fun. Did you have a good time?
I did, and there's a lot of good movies coming out that I'm interested in viewing, and some old ones that I definitely need to catch up on.
Yeah, this was a good show. There's a lot of good material here, except for Bernie the Dolphin. So thanks again for watching another episode of Trailer Talk. I'm Matt Hebert. This was Michael Hinojosa. You can watch more Trailer Talk here on KPAO. In Omaha, Cox 22, CenturyLink 89, and catch episodes on YouTube. Thanks for coming out, and have a good day.
We're gonna talk about trailers.
you feel it